Hi, welcome to Free Spirit. So I woke up so early this morning because this deck was calling at me, and I know the holidays are going to be interrupting everybody. But this is going to be the Quantum Oracle energy reading for December. I feel such a huge shift of energy coming in. It's really, you all can see it in the world around us. It's so much truth and clarity and almost like a new understanding and new compassion. We've let so much go. We're all prepping for 2020 where we're going much clearer. So I'm so curious as to what's going to come out for the quantum energy as there's new energy definitely coming in that's kind of shifting us all. So I want to see what kind of energy is going to be affecting us. Oh, it's already. See, when it calls me to this deck, I know it's like already ready to communicate. What are the spirit messages, the quantum energy for December? What is the most important for us to keep in mind regarding the energy in December? What is the December energy going to be like? Quantum energy, let's see, for December. Quantum energy for December. For all those who find the video, what is the energy that's going to affect us the most in December? Ooh, okay. Yeah, you can't make this up. I can't believe it. We got again present power. This is all about maintaining your stability right now in the present moment. This is a really profound. We got this before. A lot has been coming about being in your personal and spiritual power right in the very moment. So I want to quickly, I'm going to read each card to you so you get the max out of this. But this is all about consciousness and where we're at in the present moment. It's present power. It literally is about strength in the here and now. This man stands on a pedestal holding a chain in each hand. The chain in his left hand represents the past, holds a powerful lion. The chain in its right, representing the future, holds a tiger. The beasts are quiet and the man is in control. Thoughts about the past and worries about the future can neither run away with him nor consume him. This card is letting you know that you have significant power now, and there's some present issue that will benefit greatly from your attention. If there's a matter to be resolved, a project to be finished, or a decision to be made, now is the time to prioritize it. You are in a position of strength, so keep your thoughts focused on the issue at hand and be ready to take action. Joyous opportunities are opening up for you at this time. You're now capable of taming the rampant, fragmented energy in your life by staying strong in the current moment. The past is over, and the future will bring beautiful blessings as long as you continue to be conscious of your power in the present. This is so powerful that we've been getting this. And the affirmation is, this present moment is my source of power. I release any worries about the past or future, and I choose peace right now. Wow. All right, so let's see what other messages we can get other than being in a complete power in the present moment and letting the past go. And that's so fitting also for December, as even my direct spirit messages were about clearing out your thought closet, cleaning out the past, going in fresh. We're really going into 2020 fresh, and we're starting that in December, knowing our power in the present moment and letting everything else go from the past and worries about the future and just holding on to our peace. Yeah, well, you can't let this, look at this. We got fear now, the energy of fear. So there has been anxieties on things, there has been fears and things, and I'm sure this is the energy of what we have to let go to face the new year. So this is really interesting. So let's get into it. Let's see what are the actual in-depth messages for fear. So hold on one second as I get into this. Fear. Because I have a feeling this is all the shift that I'm feeling of us letting that go and facing our fears. Yeah, like I said, it's worry. Fear is worry. So a frightened woman looks down a ridge that drops sharply below her, though in the distance is the peace and safety of her beautiful and stately home. This card indicates that a fearful attitude has overtaken you lately, and you can't seem to break away from the anxiety-filled view of things. Then there may be, in fact, be something problematic in your daily life. It is, if so, the issue has consumed you, and your worry has actually made you feel like you've lost your power. And here is the power. This is not the case. You do have the power to turn things around, and you certainly have the inner strength to choose a more optimistic and self-directed approach. This card could also indicate a strong pattern of self-imposed worry when there's really nothing to worry about. Like the woman in the picture, all you have to do is look around to see the peace and the beauty already in your life. You can work on letting these negative patterns go. Choose the energy of trust instead of fear, and know that you have the power to handle anything that may come your way. Your self-trust honors your soul's strength. And the affirmation is, I release worry and choose trust. My peaceful choices expand the peace and power in my life. So what I'm getting, especially because it's right next to the present power, this is it, Spirit's trying to say, release this fear. And this is assuring you that you have the power in the present moment to release that. And it helps you to become even more powerful in the present moment. When you just release those negativity, you just turn around, you're safe, you're at peace, you have more power. It's right here. You have more power in the present moment than you realize. There's nothing to fear, nothing to doubt. You can also fix, and you have the power to take control of any situation coming your way. That's part of the big cleanse out, is getting a shift in this, of having this be released and realize the power we do have in our present moment. That's what it's underscoring. Almost like release your doubts, fears, and everything else, because your power lies right now, right here and now. Do not doubt it. Trust it. They're telling you you have it. So anytime you have fear or doubts or anything, you just kind of affirm, I have power right in the here and now. There's nothing I have to fear in the future. I don't have to reflect back at the past. I'm claiming my power right here in the present moment. And that's what they're saying to help us. Because actually the present power was the first card. So it's like, don't release that. Keep your eyes focused on the present power that you really do have. Because inside this and this, that's the conflict. The conflict that we have is literally these two issues of not realizing the power that we have in the situations, in the moment, in our life. Because here's the Four of Events, which is saying, let me scoot this over, which is literally saying conflict. So I'm getting that that's the divine conflict that we're releasing and having to face and let go of. So we go into 2020 clearer, realizing our power and understanding our power in the present moment, and releasing any obstacles that we have to our personal and spiritual power. Here, this is called unrest. Conflict is unrest. It's a boat that's being tossed around on a stormy sea, and a sailor is trying to keep it afloat. This does represent an upcoming situation, or one you're going through at this time. It may come in the form of a conflict with another person, which may manifest in ongoing agitation or even open hostilities. This card could also signify someone in your life who is thoughtless, wow, or dismissive of you. Whether it's a friend or a family member or co-workers, it's very unsettling and you're not sure how to resolve it. Is there a difficult situation going on in your daily life? Perhaps your workload has increased to stressful levels. Perhaps a family member is ill or acting out. You're lost at sea in the middle of a storm you can't control, and high emotions are tossing you around. You may have to step outside the storm to regain tranquility in your life. Some of the unrest could be within yourself, and that's what I'm picking up from the rest of the cards, that it's our battle with fears and doubts. So some of the unrest could be within yourself. Are you making a situation worse through an attitude, yes, of fear and powerlessness? You can't make this up. Let me repeat it again. Some of the unrest could just be with yourself. Are you making a situation worse through an attitude of fear and powerlessness? Wow. You must stand in your power and take steps to create a calmer approach. Express what you need or to express, and vent your feelings in your journal. Make decisions that honor you and consciously create some joy in each day. The storm will pass and you will be floating on a peaceful sea again. And this is how we get out of the rough seas, is literally realizing that there's nothing to fear. Trust. We have more power. We're making things worse through an attitude of fear and powerlessness. This is a call to step into more trust, step into our power. This is incredible how these three cards are completely lining up here. And the affirmation is, you're not going to believe this, but it literally is, I live in my power. I speak up and take action for myself, and I choose courage and confidence in every situation. So when you're faced with fears or doubts or anxieties, you choose courage and confidence. And when here, you're stepping in and speaking up and you're taking action for yourself. You're realizing your power in the present moment. And we all have the power in the present moment to step out of fear and anxiety and correct ourselves and say, no, actually, you know what? I'm courageous and I have confidence and I have power in this very moment. I can change the direction, especially if I'm self-creating these waves. I'm self-creating the storm by the thoughts I'm thinking and the feelings I'm feeling. I can step into releasing that fear and anxiety that I'm allowing to run through my head and spiral me into like this water of rough seas, and I can recognize the power. So what happens when we get out of this cycle of really stepping into our power and releasing anxiety and doubts and all that? It's interesting. We have a consciousness card and an energy card, and it's creating literally that event of rough seas within us. And, that's a very internal thing. It's not like something you voice where people can help you. So it's up to you to take the controls of that ship, recognize you have more confidence and courage, and you're strong in the moment to get out of that and sail off in a different peaceful direction. Oh, jeez. And then we have deception, another one. I'm almost saying we're deceptive of the power we have. This is really interesting. Deception, what's coming out. Maybe we're recognizing where the deception lies in December so that we can get into smoother waters. Um, this is really interesting what's coming out, to be honest with you. Okay, so events. Hold on a second. Let's get the real expanded view of events. So for events, okay, events, interesting. Okay. Hold on one second. Okay, deception. Wow. Okay. So a woman works at a desk with two coworkers whispering behind her. There is a warning here, so beware. Things are not always what they seem. Someone close to you may not have your best interests at heart, and in fact, could be actually working against you. This could be a person or people at work, or it may be a friend or a family member. It could manifest as a subtle manipulation or come in the form of a significant betrayal. If you're embroiled in a legal battle, there may be information that's being hidden from you. The deception may be a more personal one, however. Is there something you're ignoring or even or even lying to yourself about? Could you be betraying yourself in your choices or in the way you treat or talk to yourself? I'm sorry, like this is where I think it really lies, especially with the cards underneath. This is what they're saying is you're betraying yourself. I don't want you to see this card and think everybody's talking about you. You have evil people around you. I'm really getting this as an internal battle that Spirit is saying to us, stop betraying yourself. Start that in December, so you're going in 2020 in a different energy. Practice and get in this now. You're betraying yourself by causing these inner conflicts that allow you to have experience more fear and anxiety, which is a betrayal because you have the power in that moment. You can step into more power and release that anxiety and fear. You are powerful. You're courageous. You can face anything. You're betraying yourself by allowing fears and doubts and all of that to run through. And that's what we're clearing out right now. I feel like these rough seas we're clearing out. And the last conflict is to understand your awesome power. And it is awesome. It was the first card about present power. And that fear, this energy is getting in the way and creating these events we don't want to experience as waters. And this is the betrayal that I think we're due to ourselves. You deserve honesty, respect, support. Give these to yourself and request the same from others. Choose to act on your own behalf. As you do, you will attract increasing support. And the affirmation is, I deserve to be treated with honesty, dignity, and grace. I respect that from others and give it to myself. That was literally the affirmation. I give it to myself. So it's like, save yourself from the rough seas. Save yourself when you have fears and anxieties or doubts creep up. And recognize and remind yourself of the power that you have in the present moment. That will get you out of feeling like you're at the ship in these vulnerable seas. You don't. You're very powerful. You're very, there's no reason to succumb to those feelings anymore. Interesting, the feelings of waves, the water is emotions. It's like, this is what it feels like when you have anxiety, fears, doubts. It's like the waves of emotion swirling. Rescue yourself. Don't deceive yourself. Release the fear and worry. Get back into calmer waters, and that's recognizing the power you have in the moment. That's the new power that we're going to have be waning in and understanding in December. So we go into January with no obstacles that we're self-creating, in a sense. That's what I feel they want to bring through. Like, master that now so you don't have these as obstacles going into 2020. So December, master that. Come into your power, release stress, anxiety as quick as it comes. Calm that. Because look at what's coming in when we do that. Increase. You can't make it up. Didn't I say it's a new cycle? I feel an energy shift coming in, which is why I'm doing this reading now. And literally we end it with cycle. Yeah, and it's increase. And so maybe they're addressing this now because as we're going into a new cycle, we don't want to have a cycle of feeling like we're in rough seas. So this is increase. It's a cycle of expanding energy. Yeah. And you know what's interesting? When you're not spinning and wasting your energy on fears and doubts, you have more literal energy to bring to increase. So a road to a beautiful estate is lined with flowers and bright crystals on each side. This heralds a time of great growth for you. Perhaps you will be increasing the size of your family or your business, or you may be thinking of buying real estate, starting a building project, or making some investments. If any of these things are in your mind, now is the time to investigate your options and take action. The cycles in your life have led you to a wonderful time of increase. While it's true that the expansion may come from a sudden windfall, like an inheritance or a stock paying off, it is more likely that this cycle could call for great effort. In fact, planning, energy, and attention may be required to make the expansion complete. Be willing to jump into the activity with enthusiasm, lay the groundwork, and make your plans. Your close attention will ensure that this expansion moves in a very beneficial direction. And the affirmation is, I am ready to make new plans. My life is expanding in wonderful ways. Yes, and this is why I'm doing this reading, to be honest with you, is I think they want us to claim this power that we might waste and spin on fears, doubts, and insecurities that sap our power. It's deceiving to allow that to interrupt our power in the present moment, because this is where this new cycle is taking us, and they want us to step into our power and release the fear. And it's almost like this is what we're sailing into once we get out of these turbulent seas of what we conjure for ourselves. And we're deceiving ourselves. We're going down this road of increase. Don't let any fears or doubts or feeling a lack of power, because when you go into your power, you can release every time you feel like you're in turbulent seas. Talk yourself down, lower those emotions of fear and anxiety. You're not. You can still the waters. That's your power in the situation. Don't be deceived. You're walking this, cruising into an increase, literally. And they want you to recognize your power. It literally ended with that. This new cycle is power. It's stepping into your power, and it's going to bring increase, literally. Let me go back to this because it literally said that it was leading to, well, the card says increase, but it also underscored again everything that came underneath here. It's about literally making those new plans. Know that your life is expanding in wonderful ways. And they want you, there was a line in here about literally what saps you going down this road is not being in your power. It's not being in your power in the present moment. You're going to need that energy. There was something about your energy and attention. Yeah, it takes your planning, energy, and attention to make this expansion complete. So if you're wasting it, stressing out on various other things, not realizing your power, being deceived by that, it's sapping away from taking one step, one step, one step, one step. So keep this as the biggest picture in your mind, increase and release again all this underneath. You're completely deceiving yourself. You're moving through smoother waters. Don't let fears, doubts, or insecurities come. You stay powerful in the present moment. That's the key. So let's end it with this. Your consciousness, literally, your consciousness is this image. Your power in the present moment is taking you to this increase and this new cycle. So this is the December quantum oracle reading for December, and this is what it all is. Release. Don't be deceptive. Release the anxiety and the fears and the doubts, and adjust, calm that down, and utilize all your power to go down this road. This is a new cycle of increase. So it's almost like getting in that mindset now in December now, because that's what we're riding into 2020 with, you know. It's realizing the power we have in the present moment and utilizing that power for the good, for the increase, getting back on this path. Anytime you steer off and you feel like you're in rough seas, it's like, why am I even on these rough waters? Get back on land, get back on that path of increase. You know, it's like we're doing that to ourselves. All right, so this has been the Quantum Oracle energy reading for December. Have a great month and great holidays. Bye bye.